Hello everyone, Vito's A32 back again with a little bit of mail this week, just a few things, not too much. No playing cards this week. First of all, I got some stuff here from Kickstarter. I got a game from synkagames. I believe it's a two-player game called Dionysia, and it is has a bit of a historical Greek god theme to it. And basically, you and your opponent are putting together scenes in this, in like a play. It also comes with some expansions that I got: Muse, a Tragedy, and Soliloquy. Hope I pronounced this correctly. That was from Kickstarter. Then I got one game from Back Cricket. It's from Charming Games Collective. It's called Otter, and basically it's kind of a setting game. You can see here you have these cards that represent the otter heads and others that represent the feet, and then you have a bunch of cards in the middle that are going to be the body. And basically the top ones have some kind of rules that you have to follow, like playing higher or lower, even or odd, near or far in terms of numbers. And the bottom have suits. And if you can match both of those, then you can play again. And you can do that repeatedly. And basically it's a setting game, and it comes with a nice little play mat and everything. It's pretty cool. That's from Charming Games Collective. Then I got one from eBay. This is from Piff Games, and it's called Yokai Pagoda. Also kind of a setting type game, where if you play a card that matches the value or the yokai suit that is on the discard pile, then you get to force another player to draw a card. If you play one that's higher in value and is a different suit, then you have to take an action. I forget what it is. And if you play one that's lower in number, you can end the game if you have 3 or less points, type of a thing. So it's kind of a cool game, harder to find. That's why I got it on eBay. And then I got one from Ninja Star Games. Nice shiny card. And it's a trick-taking game called The Call of Yeti, which is a Japanese game. It's trick-taking where you're trying to predict how many tricks you're going to win from the cards that you're dealt, and also the types of Yetis that you're going to discover, that you're going to win. And it's an interesting little trick-taking game. That's what I'll say. Then I got Fini. This is actually the French version of a game called Finest, which is a solo-only game from Friedman Freeze, same designer as Friday, which I did a playthrough a while back of. And this is a game, unfortunately it's in French, but it doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things, where you are trying to order cards from like 1 to 48. And if you do that, you end your workday and win the game. And it's from, this version is from Edge Entertainment, but there's different printings. The English version, I forget who produced it. Then I got a bunch of stuff, or a few things, from Board Game Bliss. I got a couple of expansions for some games. I got the Sea Salt and Paper Extra Pepper, and then Pixie's Flower Power. Then I got this little micro-politic game from Manigo called Tsukisi Market, which is all about a fish market. It's a 2-player game. Very nice wallet, I will say. Has like UV or metallic ink. I don't know if you can see that, and just a nice feel to it. Then I have 2 tiny games. These are from the Game Factory in Europe. First is Piazza, and these are like tile lane games. And the other one is Quattro, better known in English as Iota, if you get the, or Iota, if you get the Game Right edition, but it's hard to find that one. And this is kind of similar to Quirkle. Then I got Nut Job This is from Eagle Griffin. And it's basically a memory game where you have this 3x3 grid of cards. There's different colors and items on these cards, mushrooms, leaves, and stones. And basically you gotta go across the row, or up or down a column, trying to guess what's on the backside. If you're correct, you go on to the next one. And if you make it all the way, up or down or across, you get a point token, and it's like the first two, however many points, I think it's 5, wins the game, and there's some of them are worth 1, some are 2. But the catch is other players are going to be possibly doing the same row or going in columns, and they're going to be changing things up, so you really got to, try to use your mind to remember what's what. Unfortunately, it's a little bit less cards and more tiles, but it is what it is. Also comes with an expansion. Tiny game mode. And then speaking of smaller games, I also got this game, Floral, from a distant Spielwise, which I thought I'd already gotten, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one, of flowers. But basically it's a little tile laying game. You're trying to build out your garden. And then I have Trend from Games, which is a game where you have 3 different styles of chairs in 3 different colors. And basically you're trying to collect as many as you can in one color while discarding the other ones. Seems pretty interesting. And then I got a game from Plate called Meow 10. Has some UV ink on it. I don't know if you can see that. Basically, it's a kind of a setting game, but you can also try to collect all 10 different types of cats and colors to win the game. Then I have Screen Park from dvc.games. My first one of them, although I did pre-order another one. But basically, you are trying to draft and collect scenes to build out a haunted house. And you also played solo. That seems pretty cool. Then I have a trick-taking game here from Amigo called 3 Chapters, in which there's basically 3 parts to the game, 3 rounds. Each one's a little bit different. There's some drafting that you're going to be playing, and then you're going to be scoring. Has a bit of a storybook theme to it. Then I got Monster Inn, which I'll be covering around Halloween. And this is a game where you are a dungeon master. You're trying to get monsters into your inn while trying to avoid those pesky humanoids. Damn humanoids. And yeah, it's basically a little kind of a drafting game, set collection game. It's similar, not really set collection, but it's similar to the game No Thanks, where if you don't want that card, you can put a gold coin or a gem on it to pass on to the next player. And then also coming around Halloween on my channel is this game, Boom Service, the card game, which is a card game version of the board game. I will tell you that this box is only half full, because it's mini cards. But basically, you are trying to collect different types of potions to fulfill objectives. And you can either be brave or coward. If you're a coward, you're guaranteed to get 1 potion on a card. But if you're brave and you're successful, you get 3 potions instead. But if you fail, you get 0 potions. So, a little bit push your luck as well. Then we have Lunar Trick from a Japanese company. I don't know the name because it's not in English. But it's a trick-taking game where you have cards in basically 2 different suits. Falling Moon and Rising Moon. And yeah, it seems pretty interesting. That's all I really know much about it. Then I have 3 games here that are from a company called GeriMan. And the first one is Trinket Trove, which is a little set collection game, drafting set collection. As you can see. And then I have No Loose Ends, art by Cy Bepper, which is a trick-taking game with a heist. You're going to be performing a heist, basically, making a prediction what you're going to win. And then also, art by Cy Bepper is a ladder climbing game called Corgi Pile Up, where you're going to be playing cards and trying to climb this doggy pyramid. However, if you make it all the way to the top of this pyramid, you actually will fall off and you lose the game. So you want to go as far up as you can, but you don't want to kind of go over that. And then finally, I have another trick-taking game. This one's from Martin Wallace, who's a pretty well-known designer, and Wallace designs his company. It's called Zero to Hero. It's a trick-taking game that uses wooden tokens, triangles, and diamonds and circles for scoring, and it seems very interesting. And yeah, that is what I got this week. Just a few games. I should point out these Board Game Bliss ones, which is everything from those like expansions and onward. That was like 3 different orders plus some pre-orders that I just combined into one to save on shipping, and why not? One package. I was going to record a unboxing of all of that, but it turned into like a 40-minute video, and then I had an audio issue toward the end, so I'm like, never mind. But let me know if you're interested in that. I could do that in the future. Anyways, comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you think. We'll see you next time for more. Thanks for watching.